So I will introduce myself. I am Dr. Uday Shah. Few of my previous lecture on past life regression, money spirituality, psychic surgery, aura photography, and what are the cause of disease and suffering I had given. And after that, now this is my part 2 lecture where I will be speaking on energy medicine. We are doing researches on different spiritual sciences and medical. We are trying to correlate between both the things because as basically my background is I am a medical person. So it's not that I am criticizing any of the allopathic science or other, but I think so we should know both the science parallelly so that parallelly we can use in our day-to-day life. That's our main mission. So since 20 years have been passed, I have been doing all this research, and in 45 minutes I will try to present my research work so that you will come to know. So today's topic is energy medicine. Is anyone aware about what is this topic called? Because the word sounds to be different, so very few people understand it, right? It's a very unique word. Energy medicine means the natural resources.
Herbal.
Not herbal, natural resources like elements, like our nature, our emotions, our feelings, our thoughts. So we come to know what are the energy medicine, different. So in my last lecture, I had given a talk that is what are the different causes of disease and suffering. So whatever is the cause for your issue, you have to trace it down and accordingly you have to use this medicine. Are you getting it? Right? Now cause may be depression. So accordingly you have to use the medicine. The cause may be stress, cause may be anxiety, cause may be jealousy, cause may be hatred, cause must be guilt. Are you getting it? So what research has been done from our side, we came to know that 90% the things are psychosomatic. Will you agree? 90%. 10% will say we are affected due to food poisoning or bacterial infection, viral infection, parasital infection, right? But 90% are psychosomatic. Now, if the 90% is the psychosomatic disease, then the medicine should be according to that. Right?
Sounds reasonable.
Are you getting it? Right?
Yes.
So now what is the reason that we will see later on. Before that, understand both the word very clearly. The energy, we have used two words. Energy medicine. Now what is energy? Energy is divided into many types. Potential energy, kinetic energy, soul energy, chakra energy, mind energy, brain energy. Then even it is constructive energy, destructive energy. So what type of energy you are carrying, accordingly you have to use the medicine.
And destructive energy.
Yeah. Most probably we are destructive. Destructive energy means many times we are criticizing other.
Ninda karna.
Yeah, Ninda karna. Yeah, that's a criticizing that he is not good man, he is very angry, this, that. So whatever we are criticizing, actually we are creating disease in our own body. That we have done the research in aura and we came to know. And it was very said by greatest people, whatever you throw it will come back. If you are creating destructive energy for others, you will be harmful to yourself, right? So this is the different types of energy, first thing. Secondly, now what are the different types of medicines? Medicines are visible medicines like allopathic medicine, Ayurveda medicine, homeopathy medicine, which we can see with our naked eye. Other medicine is invisible medicine. We cannot see the medicine. That is a medicine by the nature. Can you see air? You cannot see.
You can feel it.
Yeah? You can feel it, but you cannot see it, right? So today we'll discuss that what are invisible medicines. Rest, there are so many other medicines, like there are temporary medicines, there are permanent medicines, there are micro medicines, there are macro medicines. The medicines are also in the different form, like if it is visible, solid state, liquid state, matter state, right? So more today we'll focus on invisible medicine.
Actually, I went through a Vipassana yoga.
Yeah.
And I found something I have not found anywhere else.
Anywhere, that's true.
That was really the kind of energy you're talking
That's
about.
true, that's the invisible medicine. Are you getting it?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, so one thing, see, whatever we see with the naked eye has some structure, has some limitation. You can see the chair, you can see the laptop, you can see the TV, has the limitation. What you cannot see is beyond that. You cannot see the software inside the laptop. Can you see? You cannot see. You cannot see the network which we are getting in the mobile. You cannot see the Wi-Fi radiation with your naked eye. So which has more potentiality? Now you tell me. The visible thing or non-visible thing? Invisible thing has a more potentiality. Are you getting it? Whatever you cannot see has more potentiality. Whatever you can see has a limitation. If you can see this tablet, the tablet is 500 mg or 100 mg. It has some limitation. Right? Right? So what homeopathic medicine is based on? Visible medicine, invisible energy. That we call it potentization.
Potency.
Potencies, that is invisibility. So this is the only medicine where it is visible and non-visible. Like bomb, atom bomb, time bomb, nuclear bomb. You can see physical, but the energy is immense. If it blasts, anything can happen. Are you getting it? This is the mixed type of medicines. Now, what we call that is invisible medicines. There are so many invisible medicines, so many. I am just going to point 20 to 25, but according to my record, there are more than 263 types of invisible energy. Few of them will talk. The most dense invisible energy is faith. We doctor also many times give the medicine that is called placebo, and that placebo works only on the faith. It has no content in it. Just for patient satisfaction, we give it. In our local language, we call lal dawa, red medicine. Patient come to us, doctor sahab kuch to dawai do, give something. So just formality we have to give. In homeopathy also there are so many placebos. It has no medicine value, but just for patient satisfaction. And patient comes after that and say, yes, your medicine has done the miracle. We got cured. Works only on faith, right? So faith, belief, trust are the major valuation. Second, it is the love. Whenever you give love to anyone, that is the best medicine, right? So compassion, love, that works very well. Knowledge is also medicine. The more the knowledge you get, the more it is easy to get cured. So nowadays, you know, we are trying to get knowledge, awareness about the diabetes. We are trying to get the knowledge about how the cancer happens, how blood pressure happens, how asthma happens. And if you are aware, so nowadays we are using filter water. Previously we were not using that. Now because we are aware, we got the knowledge that the tap water may contain some viruses, bacteria. So you need to filter it. You need to hot it and make it cold. So this is forgiveness is again the medicine. Belief, gratitude, thankfulness, honesty is again the natural medicine. Openness, if you are open by heart, you don't constrict yourself. And if you don't constrict yourself, your blood vessels are dilated. Right? Many things, you know, we hold in our heart, we hold in our mind. Some emotions, some incidents, some thoughts, and because of that we develop blood pressure. Are you getting it? The moment you let it go, you open it your heart, your blood pressure becomes normal. So in naturopathic centers, or if you go to some massage center, they will try to detoxify your body by giving enema, by doing some vomiting procedures, but they are all on the physical level. If you go to Vipassana, they will do a mind detoxification. Right? Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Somewhere you go, they will make you like past life regression is the process of detoxifying your emotions.
But
Right?
how far is it reliable?
That's why we have done the research. That's why I'm talking to you. Why after 20 years I'm giving this lecture? Why not I had given previously? We have to see whether the thing is working or not working. That is very important. Right? So when you do past life regression, you come to know what wrong thing you have done in some of the life. You don't have to repeat the same pattern. And if you release those emotions, what you had carried in the past life, because of ignorance, because of some unfulfilled desire, now you are releasing it. Right? So you have opened it up. You have cleared it. So that is the detoxification of emotions. Few others will see blessings prayer is also a medicine. The more you bless someone, the more you heal someone, they also get cured. In doctor we are using one term which is very common. मैंने तो दवा दी, तुम दुआ करो. What is that dua? It's a medicine. Even if you go for bypass operation, the cardiologist will say, yes, whatever it is in my hands, I am doing it. Are you getting it? You bless the patient. So all the relatives, they start blessing it. All the friend circle, they start blessing it. That's the thing. Surrender affirmation. In the Western country, I had seen people are more concentrating on the affirmations. If you go through their books, there are lots of affirmations they are teaching you. Louise Hay, she has taught, heal yourself, give affirmation, positive. Anthony Robbins, he also gives you number of affirmations. That whatever negative you have in your life, exactly opposite, make an affirmation of it. And keep on repeating. In India, people, they chant the mantra. In abroad country, in Western country, they chant the affirmations. Got the difference? Right? So when you chant the affirmations, slowly the affirmation goes from your conscious to subconscious mind, and that brings the change in your physical systems, organs and hormones. Is it clear? The next is the same here, visualization and imagination. Sometimes there is a law that is called fake it till you make it. And until you get something, you have to just imagine it. You must have seen the Secret movie, right? That you just imagine you have a Mercedes, you have a big bungalow, yeah? You have a big property, you are multi-millionaire. Visualize it, imagination it. Because imagination is actualization. Whatever you can imagine, you can get it. Whatever you can dream it, you can get it. If you don't see the dream, you cannot manifest the dream. If you can't imagine, you cannot get the things. Because there is an opposite to this, that is called doubt. People have doubt. And if they have doubt, the imagination doesn't work. Right? So, even the aroma, this incense, what we are lighting, the lamps, that also creates an energy. That is also an invisible energy. When we hug someone, that is all medicine. When we are in silent, like in Vipassana, people are 10 days silent, they don't speak anything. That is called moon. Right? So, when you don't speak, you go inside. When you speak, you go outside. So silence speaks more than what the words speak, right? And what is the best example of silence, can anyone say? What is the best example of silence? It's an emotional feelings, right? It is an expression. The 1-year child cannot speak anything, but his silence speaks everything, right? So that's the main thing. So consciousness, awareness, whatever you are conscious, that gives you the energy. That is the best medicine. Like you shout on someone, you are angry on someone, you are very irritated, but if you are conscious of why I am getting angry, he is not affected, only I am getting affected. My muscles are getting constricted. I am getting headache, I am getting strain, I am getting vertigo just by getting irritation. You will stop getting angry to it. Right? So you have to be very conscious after doing it. For doing anything, I said. Even though when you eat the food, if you are conscious, you will come to know whether this food you need to eat or you did not eat. Right? Many times people said that we were just eating just for the sake of our survival. But when they eat consciously, they come to know that what quantity they have to eat, what quality they have to eat. That you have to be aware about it. Patience, generosity is, again, patience is the best medicine, what doctor says. That wait for some time, let the medicine act. Few medicine in our allopathy science also, it acts 8 hourly, 12 hourly. Some they act for 24 hours, right? But invisible medicines, they have no parameter. You cannot measure them. So you have to keep the patience. If I say that do meditation, you will be helpful, you can't ask me how many days I have to do meditation so that I will be beneficial to you. Because your negative energy cannot be measured, the positive energy also cannot be measured. We have many instruments, but technologies have to be taken into use to just measure it. Otherwise, just by your naked eye, you cannot measure it. Right? So that is the thing. Kindness, courage. Courage is again the biggest medicine. If you don't have courage, you have low energy. So many times, people, they give us the courage, and after, like the sportsman people, you must have seen the cricket match or any other match. We are just giving them courage, and after the courage, they play very well. Right? Even though they don't know that who is shouting, but whatever sound vibrations they are getting, because of that, they are getting courage. Our kids, when they go to examination, we encourage them, and because of that, they do very good examination. Before operation, the anesthetic encourage the patient. The surgeon also encourage the patient. So for the whole duration of the operation, he is into a healthy condition. He accepts whatever. Intelligence, helping others is also a good energy medicine. If you help someone, you are giving some medicine. Right? Like someone met with some accident, and if you are helping that person to take to the hospital, he may survive for that span of the time. But if you leave on the roadside, he may die. Are you getting it? So that's the other medicine. Concentration, boldness, admiration, truth. Again, this truth, I will say, this is the biggest medicine. If you speak truth, what you are giving to yourself? Can you say what you give to yourself? You give energy to yourself. If you speak lie, you will drain your energy. Are you getting it? Many times the patient doesn't speak truth to the doctor that I am alcoholic or I am a chain smoker, and then we have to treat in that way. But when later on we come to know that medicinal dose doesn't work because he didn't speak any truth about it. Right? So the truth is again the good acceptance. Whatever happens in your life, you have to accept it. That is again the best invisible medicine. If you say, I don't accept his nature, I don't accept the job I am doing, I don't accept the work I am doing, I don't accept the food I am taking, then definitely again you are going to drain your energy. You are going to put your energy low level. So you have to accept whatever is happening every moment, because nature knows what is best for you. You cannot prejudge yourself. Creativity is again a good thing. Children, they have good creativity, so they are self-motivated. But after certain age, we are not creativity. We are just doing the same work for years together. Then our energy gets down, and then we get some disease manifestation. Creativity comes from your right side of your brain. You have to keep your right side of your brain active. Just totally don't depend upon the left side of the brain, which is logical. Right? So dance, music, singing, it is a creativity. Right? So keep on having a good creativity. Smile, laughter, breath. The most important is the breath. Can you live without breath? So if any of the meditation center, if you go, or yoga center you go, the first thing they will tell you to observe your breath. If you are into depression, the breath is different. If you are into anxiety, the breath is different. If you are into joyful state, if you are happy, if you are in peace, the breath is different. Have you noticed it?
Yes.
Right? So breath is the key for the good health. Slow and deep breath will prolong your life, because if your breath is prolonged, slow and deep breath, the more oxygen you are taking, the more energy you are getting. So that is an alpha breath. But when we are into stress, we breathe into beta frequency. We drain our energy. So again, breath is second important. Now there are so many instruments we are using here. We have done research for more than 20 years by using aura scanning, ES-Tech complex, RFI machine, aura beam machine, so many instruments we have been used. And after using all those instruments, we have come into conclusion that few medicines, they work miraculously. But to know those medicines, you have to follow the law of the medicine. So now we'll see what are those laws. If you see the law, you will understand, because there are 8 to 10 laws which you need to follow in your day-to-day life, so that you will be able to use the other medicines. Are you getting it? Those medicines are not outside your body. Those medicines are inside your own self. But you need to be aware how to create from your inner human being, right? Rather than depending on an external medicine, rather than depending on the visible medicine, right? Now what are those laws? We'll see. Those laws are based on again energy. And what is the law of energy? Before knowing the law of energy, you have to know one thing, that there are two conditions in the life. One is the relative truth with which we are living the life. You say that I believe this is the right. He will say I believe that is right. He will say I believe this is right. Means this is all relative truth. Each person, according to his own belief, own perception, has different relative truth. Do you agree?
Yes.
Right? But ultimate truth is a universal truth that no one can change. Means even an allopathic doctor or homeopathic or Ayurveda doctor or yoga, for everyone there is one ultimate truth. And today we will see what are those ultimate truth medicines. What are those laws that we need to follow in our day-to-day life. Are you getting it?
Yes.
So are you getting the difference between relative truth and ultimate truth? See, again I will tell you one thing. If you go to two different doctors, maybe same profession, maybe same allopathic doctor, the diagnosis many times it varies. Right? Someone will say, according to your report, you are having so and so disease. At the same time, the other doctor will say, no, I think so, you are having so and so disease. Why there is difference of opinion? Because the experience of the doctor is different. This is the relative truth. Are you getting it? Right? So many times we are in confusion whom to follow. One doctor says, I think you have the cancer. The other says, no, it's a tuberculosis. Even after investigation, many times there is a confusion. Right? So today we will rely only on the ultimate truth. We are not going to depend on the relative truth. Now, this ultimate truth, they are based on laws of nature, laws of energy, laws of universe. Right? What is the law of energy? That energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. It can be transformed from one form to other form. Right? I think so we know this law right from our school days.
Yes.
Right? So, one thing is true, if there is something wrong in you, if you have anger, you cannot remove the anger. If you have jealousy, can you remove jealousy? If you have hatred, can you remove hatred? If you have darkness in the room, can you remove the darkness? So what is the definition of the darkness?
No light.
No light. The absence of light is the definition of the darkness. The same thing it applies here, that if you want to clear your negative energy, you have to add positive energy. You have to convert those negative into positive. Right? How to do that? That now we'll see by going through the laws of it. So thoughts, words, emotions, dreams, visualization, sleep, food, environment, they are the sources of energy. Khana, pina, sochna, sona, they are the types of the medicines. Are you getting it? So depending upon, you have to be conscious that which thing is applying to me. Whether I need to change my thought, I need to change my diet, or I need to change my emotional thought pattern, or I need to change my sleep pattern, whatever. You have to be conscious about it. Now, the first law, that is the law of transformation. As I told you, that you need to transfer negative into positive. You cannot destroy the negative. You cannot remove the negative. You cannot add the positive. You have to transfer it. That is the main. So, the micro can be transferred into macro. The macro can be transferred into micro. Are you aware about it? Right? The simplest example, the sperm and the ovary, they are very micro. But when the child takes the birth, you will see that his weight is approximately 3 kg. Isn't it a macro? Right? Again, after few years, you see he grows up. Height, body, everything. Why? Because now the energy has been transferred and the things are been increasing. But after certain age, do you think the height can increase?
No.
Then what can be changed? Only energy. Especially as a medical person, I will say, after the age of 45, the new blood doesn't form in the body. So whatever energy you're carrying in your body, you need to transfer those negative into positive. What we use the term, that is degenerative into regenerative. Right? The nature has created our body in such a way that very frequently the billions of the cells, they keep on going into regeneration process. But it can be happen only when your energy is positive. Again I will repeat, if your energy is positive, then this process happens. This is first thing. So the disease manifestation occurs when you have some negative energy, like negative emotion, negative thoughts, negative food diet. So the regeneration process doesn't occur. So slowly and slowly your kidney get damaged, your heart get damaged, your liver get damaged, your brain get damaged, you get stroke, you get paralysis, you get heart blockages, you get cholesterol, you get kidney stone, only because there is some degenerative process more than regenerative process. Right?
Yes. Here you're talking about transferred. Now you're talking about transferred or transformed?
Transformation.
So yeah, so when you talk about transfer, it's like from one to another.
Yeah.
But when you talk about transformation, it's another thing altogether.
It's a process, it's a whole process.
Yeah. So
Huh.
here we are talking about energy transformation.
Transformation. So whatever, because you cannot replace everything. Nowadays, doctors are replacing your knee. They are replacing your kidney. Are you getting it?
Yes.
They are replacing your saphenous vein. They are putting into the heart vein, right? They are doing that. That is transformation of the physical part. Here I am talking the transformation of the energy. Whatever you have, suppose you have the fear, you have to transfer into love. You have hatred, you have to transfer into again love. Are you getting it? So whatever medicines we have seen previously, that you have to transfer. You have to press on your own. What is the negative in me? That I have to transfer into positive. Are you getting it? If person is having guilt, he will damage his kidney because his sacral chakra will be hypo-oscillated. Are you getting it? So he need to understand that he shouldn't feel guilt for anything. Whatever things had happened, that was to learn something. So now he is transferring his energy into positivity. So his kidney cells will get, the nephrons will get regenerated. Except the brain cell, it doesn't get regenerated. All other cells can be regenerated in the body. Right? Even the bone marrow, everything can be regenerated. It depends upon the what energy you are transferring inside you, that will help the regenerative process. Like I will tell you one beautiful example. Many times we have seen person having 7 hemoglobin and he is working dynamically, and the other person is having only 11 hemoglobin and he is into hospitalization, he is into ICU, he is so much weak. What is working? Energy is working more than the unit. Some person is having 400 diabetes and he is working like a normal person. The other person is having 250 diabetes, he goes into coma. What is working? Units are not working. Energy is working. Are you getting it? So many people, in spite of having cancer, you will not make out, you are suffering from cancer, you look very healthy. And many people, they have no disease, but they always look sick only because of this energy. And unfortunately, in our medical science, we never thought about to work on energy. We thought about only to work on the physical thing. If you are getting some viral infection, getting some bacterial infection, behind that also is the energy. Why it is not attacking other person? Right? So whatever in allopathy we speak about immunization, lymphatic system, resistance power, it is equivalent to the energy. Now you can correlate. I am not speaking something else. I am speaking totally to a medical science. Whatever the cell you see in your body, it has some mitochondria. The mitochondria carries the energy. The nucleus carries the information of the energy. So when you have some positive attitude, you are using these invisible medicines, energy medicines, you are giving more storage to mitochondria of your cell. So through meditation, through healing, you are improving by increasing that energy. You are transferring that energy from negative to positive. Are you getting it? Right? So what indirectly you are doing it, you are improving your resistance power. You are improving your immunity power. So more your immunity power increases, the disease decreases automatically. You must have seen, if you have some throat infection, you take antibiotic, within 5 days you are cured. But many people, they don't take medicine, then also in 5 days they are cured. Why that happens?
Positive thing.
Because of the self-immunization, self-antigen antibody reaction. So if you want to have a good immunization system, good antigen antibody reaction in your body, you need to maintain your energy in positive way. Are you getting it? Positive way, right? By diet, by meditation, or by thoughts, by emotion, you have to maintain it. You cannot think that if I take medicine, everything is going to be fine. It doesn't. You have to remove the dark side permanently so that you are cured, not recovered. Again, there is a difference between cured and recovered, right? To cure, you need to remove the cause. To recover, you can just suppress your diseases. Like people taking medicine for thyroid for so many years. They are taking medicine for diabetes for so many years. They are taking asthmatic tablets for so many years. Why? They are not removing the cause. They are palliating it. They are suppressing it. So they are not getting cured.
But in this energy medicine, is there a parameter now?
Yeah, that's a parameter. That's why I showed you this slide, that there are so many parameters. Right? Very surprisingly, I will tell you our research. Body 30% is initially disturbed in energy level. After 30% it is disturbed into a pathological level. And after that it is disturbed into structural level. So what investigation we are doing in our allopathic side, it is pathological investigation. But before that, if you are health conscious, if you want to prevent the disease, you need to do the energy investigation, the functional investigation. Is it clear now? Overnight you don't get diabetes, overnight you don't get cancer, the night you slept and early morning you got diabetes. It takes 6 months, 1 year to develop chronic diseases.
So does it show a chart with disturbance in the energy level? And
Yes.
such? Is that clinical?
Yeah. So if you can make out, this is my bad energy, and if it continues, what type of disease is going to occur in your body. And if you transfer that negative energy into positive, again you can remeasure with your investigation whether things are working or not. So even the therapy will be justified whether you are doing acupressure or healing or theta healing or reiki healing or pranic healing or vastu, whatever, whether it is working or not, we can reinvestigate and we can check it out. We can see the parameters, right? Is it clear, the law of transformation? The next law is the law of creation. Every moment we need to create something, because as I said you, our right side of the brain is the side of a creativity. What happens after a certain age? We don't create anything. Whatever things are, we are trying to sustain it. So then there is some sluggish energy, there is some deadly energy in your mind, and which manifests the physical diseases. So be creative. Take some plain paper, take some sketch pen, keep on drawing something, do something artwork, so that you will create something. You must have seen nowadays school students, they are getting more projects, right? Why? For creativity. In our time there were not so many projects, hardly one project a whole year. Nowadays they are getting 4 to 5, only because they also believe in law of creation. All the time you have to create something. That's the main thing. The old thing has to be replaced by the new thing. As I told you, in the body also, the degenerative process have to be replaced by regenerative process. Are you getting it? But when there is no creativity for a longer duration, you know what happens? What happens? You start getting deposition of cholesterol. You start getting kidney stones. you start getting heart blockages, you start getting cancer, because there is no creativity, there is no transformation. Right? Means the dust which is accumulating, the negative energy which is accumulating, it is first in energy form, then it is into particle form, then it is into a matter form. Energy, particle and matter. You have three options. In which level you are breaking that energy, the time duration varies. Is it clear? Right? So this is the law of creation. Replace all those old things with a new transformation. The third law says, the law of criticism. Never criticize anyone for anything. This is beautiful law. Though only this law is actually giving you the indication that it is a negative law. Rest all the laws are positive. So never criticize anyone for anything, like he is playing this way, or he is eating this food, or he is driving this way, he is a politician, he is a corrupted person. Don't criticize anyone. The more you criticize anyone, the more negative energy you are generating in yourself. You are destroying your positive and converting it to negative energy. Appreciate everyone as much as you can. In abroad, if you see, they have this Guru mantra that is called thank you for everything. Right? That is attitude of gratitude. For everything they will be thankful to it. We take for granted everything. To watchman, to our cook and anyone. So this is very important. The moment you are into critics frequency, you develop some jealousy, you develop hatred, you develop some greed. You will start creating a competitive attitude. You will start playing some politics. You think that if I don't put him down, I cannot come out. This is the law you are applying in your life. And 90% of our research says this law is more applicable nowadays, because especially in the metropolitan cities, people are competitive tendency. They start pulling others. They think that if I say that he is a bad guru, he is a bad teacher, he is not good Reiki master, then I will improve my business. But it doesn't happen in that way. When you criticize yourself, the universe will criticize you more. Are you getting it? That's the reason I had stopped my allopathic practice only because of this law. Because when I was an allopathic doctor, I used to criticize for everything. See, because you're taking alcohol, you develop cirrhosis of liver. Because you're taking this happened. I had to criticize them. But now when I am into a research, when I am more into a spiritual side, I appreciate more people for their positivity. I don't focus on their negativity. So I try to enhance the positive quality which they have. Automatically the negative goes away on its own. Are you getting the difference? In that practice, I have to report, oh, you have tumor, you have cyst, you have this. All negative things I have to point it out. Right? So that was affecting me also, my health also. So the law of abundance, this is the most beautiful law I accept in my life. This law says, universe has given you everything. It's like an ATM for you. Whatever you want, you can get it. But because you are disconnected with the universe, you are struggling. You are asking, oh, please give me. I don't have. Do you pay for air? Do you pay for sunlight? Do you pay for seeing the sky? No. Anywhere you are not paying for the 5 elements which nature has created. So nature has abundance of everything. And if your body is made up of the 5 elements and universe is made up of the 5 elements, you are in abundance. Are you getting it? But because our focus is on what we are not getting it, we are out of abundance. Are you getting it? So you have to follow this law. This is very beautiful law. Because if you follow that law, then you will follow into law of prosperity. Immediately next. Because prosperity is the expansion of energy. If you accept that really I am into a prosperity, my energy is innumerous, nature has given everything to me, then you will prosper. But if you don't accept the law of abundance, you will struggle for the whole life. You will struggle for your survival, you will struggle for your investments, you will struggle for your health. You will say, no, if I don't do this, this cannot happen. Because everything you have constricted in your mind. You have to expand your mind, you have to open your mind, you have to open your heart to follow the abundance. And once you follow, prosperity is, you are bound to get it. Right? So don't be bothered about others, whether they are getting or not getting. You just focus on what you can do best for yourself and best for others. Right? So this is it. So then comes, because if you want to follow those laws, you have to follow the law of acceptance. Everything is perfectly set by the universe. Universe knows best what you need in your life, what time you need in the life, how much quantity you need in the life, it is going to give you. Has any child asked the father how you are earning the money? Does he ask to the mother from where you took the vegetable and how you made the food? Does he ask? He doesn't ask. He just enjoys the food what he eats. He enjoys the staying. He enjoys his clothes. Right? Because he accepts everything whatever is given to him. Are you getting it? But because we are not accepting what we are getting, we are not prospering. We are not into alignment with the abundance. Right? So, if you think I am getting some pain, I am being tortured by someone, accept the pain, accept those negative issues of the life. Those issues are to learn something which you have missed, skipped in some of the life, maybe present or past life. So universe will try to push you to the same thing. One example I will give you. You must have seen in the parents' day, open day, teacher points out the student with a red marking on the paper. So what are those red marking? They are the incomplete lessons. So our soul has come with some red marking, and you have to accept those things which is the red marking. Those you have to learn something. Are you getting it? So accept whatever it is coming from your family, from your neighbor, from the universe, accept it very positively. Because you don't know the bigger picture. I told you, you are staying more onto the relative truth. If you are onto the ultimate truth, you will accept everything in the right? So this is, you have to accept the family members. Because nowadays why the divorces are happening? Because the couple is not accepting each other. Why kids are not accepting the parents? That is the major issue nowadays. Right? So boss is not accepting the servant. Servant is not accepting the boss. So everywhere there is the opposite frequency. What we call, this is a friction. And it drains both energy. But the moment you follow this law, both are growing. Are you getting it? The next law says the law of surrender. Once you have surrendered to the nature, to the higher masters, to your God, to your Guru, he will take care of everything. As I told you, children, they surrender to the parents. They don't ask from where you are earning the money. Now my child also doesn't know where I am going daily. Right? But he is enjoying whatever I am giving him because he surrendered to me. Are you getting it? So follow those laws which innocently we used to follow when we were a child. Because of our logic, we have stopped following this law. Are you getting it? Now we are very rigid, we are very stubborn. We are not flexible. So we are not accepting this law. Right? How previously, the patient used to surrender to the doctor. So there was the word we used to call that doctor is next to God. And many times we say doctor is a God. Because it was law of surrender. Nowadays we don't surrender to the doctor. Nowadays we don't surrender to our higher masters, gurus also. We doubt on them. And because of the doubt nature, we are only getting affected. Are you getting it? Student also doesn't surrender to the teacher. So he has to go to tuition, he has to go to the classes. Were you going to the classes and tuition in your days? You were never going. Right? We were totally surrendered to our teacher. Right? So this is the beautiful law I say, you have to accept it. So the next law is the law of freedom. Once you follow all those laws, the great medicine the universe has, that is the freedom. Give space to everyone. Right? If you give space to your husband, to your wife, to your children, to your parents, to your neighbors, to your teacher, everyone will grow. But because we are restricting their movements, we are indirectly restricting our movements, and that is creating the disease. So 70% of the people nowadays, they are developing blood pressure because they are not into the slow. They are constricting their blood vessel, cardiac vessels. They are developing asthma in the very early age. They are getting heart attacks in the very early age because they are not into the freedom mode. Are you getting it? They are frequently getting kidney stones, gallbladder stones, because what you restrict, that deposits. The moment you are into freedom movements, your body starts detoxifying, your mind starts detoxifying, your emotions starts getting expressed. You don't suppress anything. Right? So this is the beautiful law of freedom. So then comes the law of free will. Once you are into the freedom mode, now it's free will. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Because once you are following the laws of nature, you are bound to do positive things only. You cannot do anything negative. Right? So free will is that it's up to you how you clear your issue. If you want to clear your diabetes, you can cure in 2 months. If you want to cure in 2 years, it's up to you. If you want to stay with the diabetes for the whole life, it is your free will. Nature has all the medicines. Without any medicines, there is no disease in the world. Without any solution, there is no problem. Without any answer, there is no question. Are you getting it? So once you are aligned with the laws of nature, you can be into the free will. Like once you have taken loan from the bank, and if you have repaid the loan, now it is free will whether to take again loan or you don't have to take. It's your wish. You are not forced to it. Right? Once you have released your karma with someone, you may not stay with that person. You have released it. Are you getting it? So this law is very important because people say, no, I want mukti, I want moksha. But to get mukti and to get moksha, you have to clear whatever you have kept inside you. Then only the free will work. It is not that I have taken the loan from the bank for 15 years and the next year I will say it is my free will. I am not going to pay the loan. Whatever you want to do, you do it. I can't say that way. I have to repay it completely. And if I repay in 2 years instead of 15 years, it's okay, doesn't matter. The duration is in your hand. You can change the destiny. Right? So this is the free will. So some people, now see the concluding part will come. Some people come in your life as a blessing and some they come in the form of lessons. So both the people, both the types of people are important in your life. Are you getting it? You cannot curse anyone. You know, because he came into my life and I have ruined my life. No, he came to teach you something. He came to bless you something. Accept both the people at the same time. This is the beautiful conclusion. Second, whatever the energy the universe has, the universe is totally inside you. Whatever you have inside, the universe has outside. So, there are two possibilities you are having. One is the meditation. Meditation is going inside. Healing is taking the energy from outside. Are you getting it? So, choice is yours. Either you want to become self-realization, do meditation. If you think, no, my energy is very low, I am very dull, the universe is full of energy, let me take energy from it. You can do healing, self-healing by taking the cosmic energy inside you. And that will convert your negative energy into positive energy. Are you getting it? Right? So it's your choice what you want to do. The magic happens when you surrender. Now see, this is the wonderful thing. The wonderful thing to understand here is that the energy that you radiate or send out attracts the other situation, event, persons which are harmony with your internal energy. So again this law says that whatever you throw, it is coming back. Now, if I am giving you the lecture I am giving you some knowledge. Do you agree? Right? Now whatever knowledge you are getting, indirectly you are blessing me. Now what I am getting? I am getting that energy. With your energy, again I will get more knowledge. Are you getting it? So whatever the circumstances are nearby you, the events are happening in your life, think of it that already you have created inside, that is only happening outside. So don't try to change anything outside. Buddha said in a very right way, change your inner world, the outer world will change on its own. Only in one sentence he said the thing. And same thing in our research it came out to be. If you are changing your inner energy, the outer energy will change on its own. One simple example I will give you. The idol which is there in the temples, they are normally made upon the stone, right? In Hindu temple I think, they are made upon the stone. Maybe even maybe Shivling or Ganpati or anything. Those stones, when they were on the roadside, without any god shape, were anyone worshipping them? No. But when they were given form of the god, few people started worshipping. When they do pran pratishtha of that idol, maximum people started worshipping it. It means the material thing, the physical thing is not important. Energy inside is important. Are you getting now? The shopkeeper who are selling Shri Yantras or Rudraksh, they are not prosperating. Many times they go into loss of the business. Why? There is no energy in that thing. But when someone puts some energy through mantra chanting, through meditation, through the worship, through the faith, that gives you the result. Are you getting it now? Right? So this is the beautiful conclusion. So you are living like a magnet. What you attract into your life, it is harmony with the dominant thoughts. So your thoughts and emotions are very important. Try to keep them as much as positive. Make the exercise of it. Think about that today, what I thought negative and how I was affected to it. Right? So you have to observe your thought and emotions. Swami Vivekananda told in his lecture, you see your thoughts. People were surprised, how can you see your thoughts? But it is a fact today. If you can observe your thought through your third eye vision, definitely you will never make a wrong thoughts. In California Institution of Psychology, they did the research that daily 60,000 thoughts come in our mind, and out of that 90% are negative. Means 54,000 thoughts are negative. Don't you think that 54,000 negative thoughts must be creating some disease manifestation in your body? Right? Those negative vibrations must be creating it. Right? So you have to, so everything is consciousness. So you have to be aware, conscious. So more you are conscious, you will observe your subconscious patterns. It took 7 years for Buddha to come into this stage, to understand that what were the wrong subconscious pattern. In that process, he had seen his 649 past lives. And he had seen in every life what negative he has done, and he had consciously broke those patterns and transferred those negative patterns into positive, and then he became enlightened. This is the lively example we have got into the universe. Right? So this is very important. And energy through the meditation, you can see how the energy it is coming from the universe going inside. Right? So once you are aligned, your frequency is same of what it is inside and what it is outside, you are aligned to it. Can you, do you know what is the frequency of Earth? Forget about the unit. The frequency of the Earth makes Om sound, hum sound. So many spiritual gurus have told that do Om chanting. Om. So when continuously you are doing for a few days or months, you come into universal frequency. So you are aligned to it. So Om has nothing to do with any Hinduism or any religious. It is basically the frequency of the Earth rotation. If you are staying on the Earth, you have to be in that frequency, right? Suppose if in a radio 90.6, if you are adjusting it, you will get clear songs and advertisement. If it is 98.5, you will not get clear, right? So you have to tune yourself with the universal energy. So thank you very much everyone. Is anyone having any doubt?
Thank you.
Thank you.